All right, welcome back everyone for another deep dive. You know how we're always talking about focus and like how hard it is to like actually focus these days?
It's rough out there.
Right. So we found this source that's all about like boosting our focus, which I am so here for.
Yeah, I'm with you. My focus is, well, let's just say it could use some boosting.
Exactly. And get this, the source has this whole thing about a 17-minute practice, a super simple one, that can supposedly help us like actually focus better.
17 minutes, huh? I can probably manage that.
Me too. So let's dive into this, okay? So like one of the things this source talks about is how our brains are kind of wired to be like distracted.
Oh, tell me about it. It's like our brains have a mind of their own sometimes.
Right, like squirrel. And the source actually calls these moments attentional blinks, which I thought was interesting.
Attentional blinks, that's a new one.
I know. It's kind of a cool way to put it though, right? Like it's like our brain just like blinks for a second and misses stuff.
So it's like when you're driving, super focused on a podcast, and then boom, you totally miss your exit.
Yes, exactly like that. It's not just me zoning out, it's my brain doing this blink
That
thing.
makes me feel so much better about all the times I've done that.
Right. But, you know, the source also mentions that for folks with ADHD, these blinks can happen even more often.
Really? Why is that?
Well, they say it's because, and this is interesting, sometimes people with ADHD will hyper-focus on one thing, so much that they kind of miss everything else going on.
Ah, I see. It's not that they can't focus. It's almost like they overfocus.
Exactly, like they get so locked in on one track, it's hard to switch gears.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's another cool thing. The source talks about two different ways of seeing things, visually, I mean.
Oh, this sounds interesting.
Right. So there's the kind of focus we all know, like that super narrow laser focus.
Yeah.
But then they talk about this thing called panoramic vision.
Panoramic vision, huh? So like seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah. It's about having a wider awareness, taking in more of like everything around you.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture, literally.
And here's the thing that blew my mind. The source actually says that panoramic vision can help us process information faster.
Really? I would have thought the opposite, like narrowing your focus would make you faster.
Right. It seems counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But they're saying that by seeing the whole picture, your brain can like connect the dots more easily.
Huh. That's fascinating. I wonder how you even train your brain to do that, the panoramic vision thing.
Well, the source really gives a tip for that. They say you can practice it by just like relaxing your gaze a little bit while still looking at a central point.
So, kind of like how a hawk spans a field, right? They're aware of everything, but not fixated on any one thing.
Yeah, exactly like that. I actually do something similar when I'm reading. Like I relax my eyes just a bit and I swear I take in the information faster.
Wow, maybe that's the secret to speed reading. Who knew?
Right. Maybe. Okay, so I'm thinking this panoramic vision thing, this has got to be connected to that 17-minute practice they talked about, right?
I was just thinking the same thing. So, what exactly is this magical practice?
Well, it's all about achieving that kind of panoramic vision, but like internally.
Internally, what do you mean?
Okay, so the practice is all about tuning into your breath and the sensations in your body. The source calls it interoception.
Interoception.
Yeah, it's like being aware of your heartbeat, your breathing, how your feet feel on the ground, that kind of thing. And by focusing on those sensations, you're basically expanding your awareness beyond just your thoughts.
Ah, I see. So instead of getting caught up in the whirlwind of thoughts, you're grounding yourself in your body.
Exactly. And the practice itself is super simple.
Don't tell me, let me guess. Deep breaths and meditation. Right.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You basically find a quiet spot, get comfortable, close your eyes, and just focus on your breath and how your body feels. If your mind wanders, you just gently bring it back.
Huh. That does sound pretty simple. I can see how that could be powerful, though.
Right. And get this. The source claims that even just one session can create lasting improvements.
Wait, seriously, just 17 minutes and I'm good to go.
That's what they say. I was skeptical too. But apparently, focusing on interoception, like we were talking about, actually strengthens the part of your brain responsible for focus and attention.
So it's like a workout for your brain, specifically for focus. That's pretty cool.
Right. It's not just a quick fix, it's actually training your brain to be more
Right.
focused.
I'm sold. Sign me up for that 17-minute practice.
Right. So who exactly does this practice benefit? I mean, I feel like anyone who's ever felt distracted could benefit.
Oh, absolutely. But the source specifically mentions 3 groups.
Oh, yeah. Who are they?
So first, people with ADHD, because it can help with that overfocusing tendency we talked about.
Makes sense. What's the second group?
Aging adults. Apparently, it can help combat cognitive decline.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. And the third group?
Well, basically everyone else, anyone who wants to sharpen their focus and feel more mentally clear.
So it's like a brain booster for everyone. This is making me realize that this 17-minute practice isn't just some random technique. It's directly tied to, like, overcoming those attentional challenges we were talking about earlier. Imagine, like, going through life with way more focus and clarity.
Right. It's almost like a superpower, like being able to cut through all the noise and really focus on what matters.
Exactly. And that brings up a question for me. Like, what if we all started doing this practice regularly? How do you think that would impact other areas of our lives, like our productivity, creativity, even our relationships?
That is a great question. I mean, think about it. If we could approach everything with more focus and presence, the possibilities are kind of endless.
Right, it could change everything. Well, I'm convinced I'm definitely giving this 17-minute practice a
Dad,
shot.
it's only 17 minutes. What do we have to lose?
Exactly. Just 17 minutes to potentially boost our focus and, like, level up our brains. Can't beat that.